after all of that hard work in the kitchen. It's how to shine with MAQ kitchen cleanup time. And of course, we know that weekend mornings are the best for a breakfast fry-up. We all love that. I myself am a massive fan of scrambled eggs and bacon, but I'm not a fan of washing up pans and bacon grease and egg residue and all of that mess. Those foods make cleaning up such a mission, but this morning we're going to be giving you tips on how to lighten your load with MAQ. So are you ready, Mr. Strader?
Absolutely. Look,
Wonderful.
it's great to have that fryer, but it does leave a bit of a mess. All right, it doesn't matter how much or how clean you try to work as well. So those tips are very, very easy to do. So firstly, what you need to do is make sure that you've cleaned and... Oh, there we go. So firstly,
yes,
I mean, it's delicious. Crispy bacon.
I'm going to kick it off for us because we know that crispy bacon is super, super delicious, but it does create a very, very big mess. So what you need to do is make sure that you tackle the grease in the pan first. And there are two options that you have. The first one is that you can pour water into the pan, make sure that everything really just loosens up really, really well. And then, of course, make sure that you scrape all of that fat together. The MAQ, of course, has all of the positive ingredients that are going to make sure that you are able to tackle that grease properly. And we all know that grease splatters all over the place. So make sure that you first let all of that grease cool, then use your MAQ, and then of course make sure that you shine all of your surfaces. MAQ has a very high foam formula and active lemon, which works really, really well for cutting grease.
Absolutely. Now to clean your pan, add some MAQ to hot water, very, very easy. Then pop your pan into the hot foamy sink, let it soak for a couple of minutes, then wash and rinse off. Very, very easy. Now, everyone loves eggs. I mean, I'm a big fan of eggs, and I know you too, Anne, as well. Now, they can be cooked various ways. Scrambled, fried, poached, boils, whatever you fancy. But egg residue is another nasty thing to deal with. Okay, yeah, it's very difficult to clean if you don't do it properly. But it seems to be very resistant to hot water, scrubbing, even lengthy soaking. Then it should be fine. Now, interesting fact is that eggs are unique due to their very high concentrations of both protein and fat. Now, washing egg residue off is tough because the combination of fats and proteins is insoluble and impenetrable by water. So don't worry, because a detergent like MAQ can penetrate and break down the protein-lipid mix.
Exactly. So now when it comes to your eggy pot, pour enough water into the pot or pan to cover the burnt eggs, and then of course add a little bit of MAQ. Remember to turn the stove on high, and then when the water begins to boil, turn the stove down and allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes. One tip to stop it boiling over is to put a wooden spoon over the top of the pot or the pan, and then make sure you keep an eye on the water level of the pan to make sure that it does not evaporate entirely. And then while simmering, scrape the bottom of the pan with a spatula to remove the egg off as well. And then finally remove the pan from the stove, pour in the water, the soap and the egg residue that you've removed, and then soak the pan in a foamy sink to wash with a sponge and rinse and leave to air dry.
Easy like that, and then you have spotless surfaces just like that. Now, that's the breakfast cleanup done and dusted. Now, we're giving away a fabulous MAQ hamper every week. Now, to stand a chance of winning, SMS the keyword MAQ to 33728. SMSs are charged at R1.50. No free SMSs apply. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Now, this week's giveaway ends at midnight this coming Friday, so make sure you start entering right now.
For every dish, for every occasion, MAQ makes it easy for you to shine.